Do 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 Superman. Hey everybody, fucking Sundays of Napalm. Fucking another week, technically it's the beginning of another week. Saturday's the end of the week. So yeah, fucking another week, managed to survive it. Like, fucking doing pretty good. Pretty good, I guess. I don't have much to say. Didn't go see any movies. Like, didn't really do much this week. So, dang, got nothing. Got nothing. Didn't make any videos, because I'm an irresponsible, lazy asshole. I'm like, should I make the Crusader Kings 2 video series? People fucking took the time out of their fucking day to vote on that stupid fucking Twitter poll I fucking put up. Should I go ahead and tape it? Nah. Really, the biggest thing that happened this week is I had a tweet that fucking went semi not really viral, but fucking a lot of people seem to like it because a lot of people like pangolins. If you don't know what a pangolin is, they're like a combine in your head a pine cone, an anteater, and a T-Rex. That's a pangolin. Basically, they're little spiky anteater guys who they're just great. They're really, truly wonderful creatures. It's really sad that they are literally the most poached fucking creature on the fucking planet because, evolution's a fucking bitch. Evolution's a fucking bitch, guys, because, sometimes evolution can help you, not be eaten by a lion, but make you completely vulnerable to being picked up and thrown into a fucking bag. That's the sad truth of the pangolin. Basically, nothing can fucking eat a pangolin. They have fucking razor sharp fucking scales all over their body. Lions can't even fucking chew through their fucking scales. I don't even think hyenas can fucking chew through their fucking scales. And hyenas have one of the strongest fucking, bite ratios of any living fucking creature. But you know what a human can do to a pangolin? Literally walk up behind it and just pick it up and throw its fucking stupid ass into a bag. Being really fucking depressing this fucking Sundays with Napalm. It's hey everybody, here's a really cool, interesting, lovely wild animal that we are driving to fucking extinction because some fucking guy in Japan fucking thinks he'll make his dick hard if he fucking rubs it on him. Ugh. That's something, if I had the powers of a god, that's something I would really fucking change. I would literally, if I had the powers of God and I could change anything, I'd be okay, fucking rhino horns and elephant tusk are fucking deadly poisonous to people. If you touch a rhino tusk, you will fucking die. That's what will happen. If you touch a rhino tusk, you're technically it's not a tusk, it's a horn. Tusks come out of the fucking mouth. Max once into Brad's room. There you go, Max. So yeah, that's what I'd do. I'd fucking be yeah, you want to snort some fucking rhino horn? Well, I hope you like getting fucking leprosy of the penis. I hope you like that. I wonder if fucking Viagra is derived from some chemical compound in rhino horn. I don't know. Like a lot of things, I don't know. Sorry, I was lying. A cigarette. For instance, the fucking, I mentioned in my baby T-Rex fucking cover story video that baby T-Rex is technically not a fucking T-Rex because he has 4 fucking digits on his fucking fingers. One of my, I'm gonna mispronounce their fucking name because they have numbers instead of letters. So let me take a look at this. Also, I mentioned Adam DeBaster, but I couldn't remember that it was Adam DeBaster who said baby T-Rex was so fucking goddamn shit. It was not fun watching me torture myself with it because Jesus fucking Christ, that fucking game. Made by Satan. Made by, no, not even that. If a game was made by Satan, it'd at least be fucking interesting and kind of neat and maybe a little fucked up. So F417H, that probably translates to fucking actual like letters or something, but I'm fucking stoned and stupid, and I don't want to fucking do the mental gymnastics to figure out what letters those are supposed to be. But they linked a very fascinating like article on the baby T-Rex video about. Oh yeah, right there, Faith. There you go. Oh, you know what, Faith? Now that you said Faith, now that you said it, I clearly fucking see it. I'm like, oh, fucking, oh, damn it. But yeah, Faith it linked a very interesting article about like dinosaur fingers and stuff. It's really neat. One thing I learned from that, T-Rex technically does have more than one T-Rex technically does have more than two fingers, depending on how you count it. Because T-Rex still has the metatarsals for the third finger bone, but it doesn't actually have, you know, the fingy parts. I can remember metatarsals. Is it phalanges? I think it's phalanges, which are the little fingy parts for fingers. Like T-Rex didn't have like the third digit phalanges. They only had the metatarsals. But yeah, that like I would highly recommend going reading that article that Faith linked in the baby T-Rex cover story video, because it's actually really interesting how in-depth fucking archaeologists go into like explaining like dinosaur evolution and like through hands and stuff, where it's like I didn't know that. I like, for instance, like that article taught me a lot of shit. Like I didn't know birds only have technically 3 fingers. So, you know, I like that article actually did teach me some things. I was like, oh, birds have 3 fingers, and they didn't lose the last 2 fingers like, you know, a lot of people would assume. They'd be like, oh, they lost their little pinky and their little ring finger. It's like, no, they lost the pinky and basically what would become the thumb on humans. Like they kept like all of the middle fingers. That sounds pretty cool, Faith. Like growing up near like we had like a shitty dinosaur park in Virginia that's still open, Dinosaur Land. It's actually really funny reading a lot of the Yelp reviews about it. Oh my God, Dinosaur Land has legit one of the best Yelp reviews I've ever legitimately seen. Because the review literally goes like, yeah, the dinosaur stuff was fun, but like I didn't like the fact that there was a lot of Confederate memorabilia in the gift shop. What does that have to do with dinosaurs? Not much. Look, it's Virginia. Look, as much as I like to try to disassociate Virginia with a lot of the rest of the fucking South, it's a futile attempt. Like, Virginia is very fucking deep in their fucking Confederate pride. Oh, you grew up. I mentioned Albertosaurus. I don't know if I like after I mentioned it, I was like, I don't know if I was actually right about Albertosaurus having 4 fingers. It might have been 3. I remember being like when I heard about Albertosaurus, I was so fucking jealous because like there's no cool dinosaurs ever get found in Virginia. Like I think the coolest dinosaur that got founded in Virginia was like this little fucking tiny canary size fucking like velociraptor thingy. Probably wasn't canary size, it was probably more like a swallow or blue jay or something. But like that was the coolest thing fucking found here in Virginia. And it's like, man, I wish we had some fucking. Virginia probably did have some fucking cool dinosaurs at some fucking point. Like, fucking Virginia is like part of one of like the largest fucking like oldest continuous fucking land masses on the fucking planet. Like, the Blue Ridge Mountains are like the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains are the oldest mountain ranges on the fucking planet. Fun fact, that's how you can tell like how old mountains are. Like if you look like if you see like the mental image of a mountain being all rocky and craggy, snow-capped and stuff, those are technically youngins. Those are youngins by mountain standards. Like the truly ancient and old mountains are the ones that just look like fucking hills, basically, because they've been eroded for fucking bajillions of bajillions of bajillions of bajillions of years. So they like there's nothing really left that's very mountainous about them. It's just like, oh, they're just really big hills. I bet you there's probably some cool fucking shit up in the Appalachians. Oh, another thing I know, like gets found in Virginia, a lot of ancient seashells. Like we get a lot of those. We get a lot of ancient sea creatures here. I think they found a plesiosaur once, maybe. I think that was down at Jamestown one time when they were like doing some fucking renovations and shit. They like tore down one of the houses and they like dug a bit and they were like, "Oh shit, there's a fucking plesiosaur. Isn't that neat?" So yeah, fucking what else? Oh, I raged a fucking game theory of fucking again today in fucking Skype. Like that's become a fucking goddamn weekly fucking that's become a weekly fucking tradition for me. It's like, oh, Sunday, fucking Matt Pat's released a new fucking shit video, fucking talking bullshit. Let me fucking rage about it. Let me go to his video so I can fucking down thumb it and maybe possibly flag it for fucking misleading fucking titles. Cause he fucking does. I will fucking defend myself on that shit. Matt Pat lies in 90% of fucking his goddamn titles, and it annoys me. Like, take the newest fucking episode of Film Theorist for fucking example. The Star Wars Valerian conspiracy. There's no fucking conspiracy there. Look up fucking interviews by George Lucas. The motherfucker has said countless fucking times Valerian was one of the things that inspired fucking Star Wars. He's not trying to hide that fact. He's been open about it. You're just not. I just hate fucking Matt Pat. I fucking hate him so much. I just like and you know what? It's not even the game theory stuff. Like the game theory stuff, I can fucking deal with because that's video games. That's like different fucking levels of logic in there. Like I don't like, but when he comes into like film theory, like that's when I start getting fucking like, no, Matt Pat, like this doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, take his fucking stupid fucking Spider-Man Homecoming video where he's like, hey guys, I'm gonna blow your fucking minds with this one. Spider-Man, if he was in real life, would be dead. Holy fucking shit, Matt Pat. You don't fucking say. A comic book character whose fucking very existence relies on a fundamental misunderstanding of how fucking radiation works. He'd be dead in real life? Holy fucking shit. Why are you wasting your fucking talents here on goddamn fucking YouTube, Matt Pat? Why aren't you out there fucking solving the fucking energy crisis? I just hate it so far. I hate that shit with like fucking Matt Pat when he does that shit because he doesn't take into fucking account. Like, look, fucking the Marvel Comics universe is a different fucking universe from our own. Like, shit works differently there. Radiation, for example, works monumentally different in the Marvel universe. Humans in the Marvel universe have an extra fucking gene in their body, which maybe might let them become a fucking superhuman. Like, if you're gonna do fucking like film theories and stuff, you have to look at the logic of the universe the film is presenting. You cannot induct real world logic on fucking a fake fantasy world because everything just starts falling apart. Like, if Spider-Man dies because he can't fucking handle the G-forces from him swinging through a fucking city, guess what? Fucking Captain America should be dead because he was frozen in fucking ice. The Hulk should be dead because a gamma bomb blew up in his face. Tony Stark should be fucking dead from G-forces, let alone fucking concussions because he strapped a bunch of fucking rockets to his fucking hands and arms. Like, seriously, it all fucking falls apart when you're like, yeah, this character would die if this was real life. No fucking dipshit. I just, ugh. Maybe the Adirondacks is the oldest. Maybe. I know the Appalachians are up there. I remember reading that in like a book when I was a kid, so it might have been like like fucking shitty, like crap fucking like bad fucking logic knowledge that like we feed to fucking kids, like, oh, if you cut an earthworm in half, like it'll grow into two separate different worms. It's like, no, one half will grow into a new worm and the other half will fucking die. Like, that's what happens when you cut an earthworm in half. But we keep telling fucking children that fucking lie. Probably to make them feel better about like fucking like the horrible things we do to earthworms. Then again, who fucking cares? Well, earthworms probably have some like base level of fucking feeling. They got fucking nerve endings. That's basically what an earthworm's brain is, from what I remember, is just a wad of fucking nerve endings, kind of just wrapped in and on itself. I think that's true for most like invertebrates. Like, they don't really have what we consider brains. Their brains are more just a little wad of nerve endings. Sorry, I was taking a hit, and Max is outside the door. I always wanted to have a fossil faith, like, even like not even like a super cool fossil, like I would be happy with like a fish or a leaf. Hey, Mansoor, we're just talking about fossils. I went on a fucking little bit of a Matt Pat rant. Fucking, I hate him. I just hate him. I hate him so much. Although, like, and you know what, thinking about it, there was actually one fucking video game theory he fucking did that really did piss me off, and that was the For Honor fucking theory, where he was like, hey, fucking, like fucking samurai would totally destroy fucking knights. And it's like, no, Matt Pat, no, samurai would not fucking destroy knights, because even a knight in shitty ass fucking chainmail, a fucking katana would immediately fucking smash as soon as it hits those iron fucking chains, because katanas were made out of fucking dirt iron. Literally fucking sand iron. That is what they made fucking katanas out of. They literally made it out of the worst fucking kind of iron you can fucking use for anything. That's why fucking goddamn fucking samurai mainly focused on using bows and fucking arrows in actual fucking combat, which fucking a bow and arrow would not pierce through fucking chainmail, and if it fucking did pierce through fucking chainmail, there'd be fucking at least fucking 2 inches of fucking leather and padding underneath that fucking chainmail to stop the fucking arrow. So again, Matt Pat, no matter where you fucking cut this down, a medieval knight would have kicked the fucking samurai's ass. Like, yeah, you could say the fucking, like, the samurai had more fucking goddamn discipline and shit, but fucking the knights had the fucking technological fucking edge. Like, look at fucking goddamn what happened in the fucking Zulu Wars, for fuck's sake. Like, it doesn't matter how fucking brilliant you are of fucking goddamn, like a strategist. Like, if you're going up with a fucking vastly technologically superior force, you're going to get your fucking ship pushed in. So, though, like, you know what, though, that username is taken? If I remember right, I think the Adirondacks and the Appalachians are technically the same mountain range. Maybe? I can't remember. Then again, like, the Adirondacks would definitely be super fucking old, because they're the east coast of the United States has been like always one of like the oldest fucking parts of the fucking earth that's been above the water. So we got that going for us in America, at least. Like, we weren't like, we're technically not the oldest fucking country, but we are settled on some of the oldest fucking land on the world. So that's neat. Yeah, I miss the young Earth creationist. I really do. Like I said it in my Brett Keane retrospective video. We really were like the French Canadians with the fucking beaver, with the young Earth creationists. We really we really over fucking hunted that fucking populace. And then we just immediately turned on each other because we figured out, like, hey, you know what? I'm not very comfortable being associated with a fascist who just happens to not believe in fucking God like I do. Like, that person's not someone I want to fucking help or deal with. Like, so fuck them. Like political ideology to me is more fucking important than fucking belief in God or like religious beliefs. It's like, you know what? Like, it's cool that you don't believe in God and stuff, but the fact that, you hate black people, you think they're inferior, like, you don't believe in an abortion, like, you don't think there should be an increase in the minimum wage, you don't think healthcare should be, you don't think Medicaid should be a thing. Oh, God, that was like the first fucking goddamn, like, schism that popped up in the fucking atheist community. Thinking about it was like the fucking libertarian atheists starting talking about, like, hey, you know what we don't need social safety nets. And it's like, I you know what, I think you're wrong. Not, I don't have a good political reason. It's just, the fucking part of my brain called fucking empathy. That's kind of fucking piping up and being like, you know what? Maybe we should take care of the fucking vulnerable people in our society, because that's what fucking civilization is. If you don't fucking take care of your weakest, you're no better than fucking barbarians. French Canadian settlement where trapper hunter outposts to supply. Yeah. You know what, to be fair, it's not all just the fucking French Canadians who killed out the beaver. Like, the Native Americans, like, when they figured out, like, hey, all these white people really like this beaver fur and they're willing to give us, like, legitimately anything to get this fucking fur, let's just start fucking killing them. And then that started with a bunch of fucking, like, horrible fucking beaver wars between different fucking tribes and shit. Because, like, one tribe would be like, they'd be like, hey, that our neighbor over there, they have a lot of beavers and they don't have any deals with the fucking French or the British yet. Let's just go over there and fucking slaughter them and take their land. Fuck it. I really hope eventually we'll get a single payer system in this fucking country. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I never want to say it's a never, because growing up here in America, I constantly heard, like, oh, there'll never be gay equality in this country, there'll never be, like, legalized pot, like, this isn't gonna happen, this isn't gonna happen. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be cynical when it comes to politics, but I really do believe that people are too cynical when it comes to politics. Like, it's like I was having a big discussion with Jason Dubbin before a very public spanking started last night about Trump, and how I honestly do believe, like, he like, I don't want to fucking predict anything like concrete with fucking Trump, because nobody fucking thought that motherfucker was going to get in office in the first place. So, you know, weird shit happens with fucking him. But, like, there's a lot more fucking responsibility being a politician than a private business person here in America. Like, being a private business person, you're basically seen as, like, you made it. Like, you don't owe any fucking responsibility to fucking anybody. Like, you got yours, you can keep yours. Like, that's how a lot of fucking rich people, and hell, even fucking middle class fucking people operate in this country. Like, fuck everyone else, I got mine, fuck everyone else. But fucking with being a politician, it's like, no, like your job is first and foremost to serve the fucking people and to give them what's in their best interest, not fucking yours. So yeah, fucking I again, I don't want to concretely like predict that Trump is gonna fucking get impeached or forced to resign or any of that shit. But Trump getting the fucking comeuppance he's fucking deserved for fucking years is a lot more likely to happen if he's fucking president than if he was private businessman Trump. Like private businessman Trump literally has people to hold him accountable. Like, no, President Trump. Private businessman Trump has no one to hold him accountable. Like, he is the be all end all of the fucking Trump financial empire. Trump, as president of the United States, he still has to fucking operate under the sword of Damocles that is the Constitution. Hey, Dev, how's it going? Maybe Mansoor, but if I remember right, Mueller still can't be fired by a new attorney general because fucking Rodstein was the one who appointed him. From what I remember, a special investigator, from what I remember at least, a special investigator could only be fired by the person who put him in there and or the president. But I talked about that on my Friday show, where it's one of those fucking things like where a president could technically pardon themselves, but it's one of those things that like the founding fathers and subsequent politicians were like, you know what, we don't really need to change this because fucking nobody would be this stupid. No human would be this fucking stupid when they're under investigation and half the fucking country already fucking hates them. Nobody would be that fucking stupid to fucking pardon themselves. Like, you know, I should bring up Richard Nixon, but Richard Nixon wasn't a stupid person. He was a paranoid person. There's a difference there. And yeah, Dev Shell, like I said, I don't want to fully predict. I don't want to fully fucking stamp my feet down here in concrete to make this fucking prediction. But again, I'm not 100% cynical when it comes to the government of the United States. Like, it's lasted this long. We've only had one fucking civil war. Like, look at fucking France. Like, France has had fucking 5 fucking republics since they fucking stopped being a monarchy. So, the structural framework for the United States is good. It might be a little fucking old, it might be a little warped due to age, but it's still fucking solid. It's still intact. Well, to be fair, Trump can actually fire. Well, no, like it's not. He can't fire Mueller. He can force Mueller to resign. Yeah, look, I'm not saying Nixon was a perfect guy, but like, yeah, Nixon was complex. Let's state it that way, because like, yeah, Nixon is just a weird fucking duck because it's like, yeah, at the same time, like he completely fucking tanked the fucking Vietnamese fucking peace talks under Dwight D. Eisenhower because he thought he wanted to do that shit while he was fucking president. But on the inverse, he is also the one who is like, you know what? It's not cool to fucking like be the hate China. Like let's maybe talk it out with China. Also, Nixon did create the EPA. Then again, Nixon also created the war on drugs. Then again, Reagan was the one who fucking really made the war on drugs. Like Nixon just basically set up the DEA. Fucking Reagan was the one who was like, "Oh, let's ruin fucking people's lives. Let's just fucking be utter monsters with this shit." You know what? This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'll say this. Nixon was probably a better person morally than Ronald Reagan. I like I know that's probably a weird statement to say, but like honestly, I don't think fucking Nixon would have handled the fucking AIDS crisis as fucking shittily as fucking Reagan did. I don't like, there are some things that I'm pretty sure fucking Nixon would have done that Reagan did, like Iran Contra. I am fucking goddamn 100% like certain that Nixon would have fucking done Iran Contra. And I'm not saying like fucking, like Nixon was a friend of the gays or anything, but like comparatively to Ronald Reagan, like Nixon probably would have been like, look, the gays aren't really a threat to me. Like it's not like pot smokers or fucking like all those fucking like hippie people. Like, you could be gay and be a conservative. You could be like, you could do a lot of things and be gay. To be fair, you could do a lot of things and smoke pot as well. But Nixon was a fucking paranoid person, and he really hated the fucking hippies. Oh yeah, Monster. I know. Like, there's a lot of people who will probably disagree with me on like Nixon being a more moral person than Ronald Reagan, but like, just take it back to like a lot of the shit that Ronald Reagan did that he like Ronald Reagan gets fucking shit for it, but like he should get more fucking shit. Then again, like I love this fucking conversation I'm having because I'm like fucking going to like different like 8 different fucking points I'm constantly crossing on each side. Nixon had Henry Kissinger as a fucking advisor, and Henry Kissinger is legit a fucking monster. Like Henry like there are some fucking very terrible, not nice things I could say about fucking Henry Kissinger. Like, like things involving the fucking Nazis, but I don't want to fucking do that because his family fucking escaped the fucking Nazi atrocities. So, but yeah, fuck Henry Kissinger. He's a fucking monster. So yeah, like, yeah, Nixon and Reagan were probably like, it's weird. Yes. Sadly, Zen, yes. Kissinger is still alive, sadly. Also, too, Monster, you bring up the point about like how Reagan ran his, or how Reagan didn't run his fucking cabinet, as it were. And that's like, yeah, Reagan like surrounded himself with some bad people, but also Reagan surrounded himself with some not so bad people either. So, Nixon kind of always surrounded himself with scumbags, which is why he had 3 fucking vice presidents, because the first 2 had to fucking resign. Yeah, Sammy's probably right about that one. Sam, like Sam, Sammy's probably definitely 100%. Like Kissinger is probably some kind of fucking evil pain vampire. Like when Henry Kissinger quote unquote dies, what it's going to actually happen? Henry Kissinger is going to go to a dark room and he's going to sleep on a pile of fucking grave dirt, and then he's going to burst out of his old man shell like a caterpillar coming out of a cocoon, and there's going to be like a younger, new, more fit, evil version of Henry Kissinger for the modern era. You know what? I will say this. I think a lot of people will agree with this one. George W. Bush was probably more of a moral person than both fucking Reagan and, well, no, thinking about, no. They had, but George W. Bush had fucking Dick Cheney, fucking Rumsfeld, and fucking Ashcroft. So you can tell a lot about man's morals by the fucking people he keeps in his company. And oh boy, did fucking goddamn stupid fucking W keep a lot of fucking bad. I guess I'm just kind of sympathetic to W because of fucking Trump now, where it's like, man, I miss when we had a fucking stupid president who was only moderately evil. Uh, like I kind of miss the fucking days of that. Like when fucking we had like something. Also, you know what? You know what else, too, I think has softened me to George W. Bush over the years? He did such a fucking bad job. He basically killed neoconservatism here in America. Like, he really thoroughly fucking made neoconservatism not a popular fucking political ideology, which is probably why the fucking goddamn right just said fuck it and was like, let's just be fascist now. Let's just do that. Like, we tried to do the fucking neoliberal thing with neoconservatism, but that didn't work, so fuck it. Let's just fucking, like, put on the jack boots and fucking talk about how white people are superior to blacks and fucking get punched in the fucking face and then cry about it. I should do a video about my fucking my belief on like the whole should Nazis be punched thing, because again, it's complicated. For the most part, I'm like, you know what, you probably shouldn't resort to violence, but the second somebody starts saying, you know, final solution or Holocaust or fucking like any of that, like the second anybody starts fucking advocating for genocide, yeah, fucking bust their goddamn stupid teeth out. Also, too, like the American history with fucking fascism is a more violent and bloody one than over, like, believe it or not, like, you know, you might be like, Matt, there was a whole like Second World War fought over fucking fascism in Europe. I'm talking more about the post-war history of fascism. Like, post-war fascism in fucking Europe, like, well, like that shit got fucking defeated in the fucking like in the free market of ideas, because you know, a lot of those fascists were fucking shitheads, like Oswald Mosley. Like, yeah, some people like fucking goddamn, like some fascists today love putting him on a fucking pedestal as some great fucking thinker. He wasn't. He fucking goddamn ruined fascism in the fucking UK for fucking years because of how fucking shit and awful of a fucking person he was. Whereas in America, the American Nazi Party didn't fucking finally die until George Rockwell Lincoln was shot in the fucking face in Alexandria. That's how American fascism fucking ended, with a fucking bullet to the face. So we have a much weirder, more violent, like a lot of American history. It's a lot more weird and a lot more violent than like the counterparts of fucking European history. Then again, like there's some weird fucked up violent shit in Europe occasionally. Like, you know, no country has a fucking hallmark on fucking violence. Yeah, Mansour brings it up. When your best speech is known as the Rivers of Blood speech, you might be like, shit. I made some miscalculations here. And yeah, DevShell brings it up. Like W, I honestly believe like W isn't a very malicious person. Like when W, like when George W. Bush talked about all of his like newborn Christian stuff after his whole fucking like drug years and stuff, I legitimately actually believe like he believes that stuff. Like I believe him when he says like that stuff. I'm like, you know what, George? I don't like you, but like I believe you actually feel this way, that Jesus fucking saved you from your drug addictions. Like I believe, like, I sincerely believe that George W. Bush was very fucking concerned about New Orleans and bothered by how people said he didn't care about black people. Like, yeah, George W. Like, if George W. had one, if there was only one, like, there's a lot of fucking bad downsides to fucking George W. Bush, but if George W. Bush had one, just one major failing, it would be his fucking incompetence. Like, he was just supremely fucking incompetent. Like, again, just look at like the gift horse that was fucking presented to him in 9/11. Like, you had the entirety of the fucking world ready to rally behind the United States. Like, anti-Americanism for the first time in decades, was actually on the decline after fucking 9/11. And what does George W. Bush do? He fucks it all up. And then Trump's fucking coming in to fucking goddamn finish the job. Like, that's what really fucking terrifies me with Trump is not necessarily the problems he can cause domestically, because, you know, it takes time. Like, that's the biggest problem with fucking America is, like, we are a very slow to change country. So, like, any kind of political change is going to take decades to fucking do. So, like, anything that Trump damages fucking domestically is going to take decades to fix, but it is going to theoretically be fixable. The real problem comes internationally. Like, if Trump fucking escalates the shit with fucking Korea, like, more, like, or fucking if Trump starts fucking goddamn pushing Iran to go back to doing fucking nuclear shit, or if fucking an emboldened fucking Russia starts doing more fucking land grabs, that is the shit I'm legitimately fucking worried about, because Trump is eroding our fucking position as fucking, like, one of the leaders of the fucking world. That's why I'm really, like, that's why I'm really fucking, like, hoping the European Union doesn't collapse, because I'm like, look, Germany and France, you guys, if America falls, you guys are going to have to fucking pick up some slack. Like, seriously, Germany and France, like, you guys are like, if America fucking completely just goes to fucking shit, like, you're the free world's last fucking hope. Like, England wants to fucking goddamn be their own fucking little isolationist fucking island, which is fucking really sad, because a fucking, like, smart English politicians, like, see fucking Trump's, like, deficiency in American leadership abroad as a fucking opportunity to be exploited. But guess what? They can't do that because they're having to deal with fucking Brexit. It's just, ugh. I love Stiles. I miss Stiles. Like, Stiles is one of those people, like, I love to get angry because of him, because he fucking goes all out. Oh man, fucking yeah! I forgot. Like, I never told Stizer I have a new channel, because he used to invite me to his hangouts all the time, but I constantly would forget about him because he would send the links through Google, and I don't really check, like, I don't really check fucking, like, the G plus stuff all that much, if at all. Yeah, if I was fucking Georgia, I would be worried. Like, Moldova, I've seen that kicked around as the potential next fucking target of Russia's aggression. But here's the thing: Moldova is a NATO ally country, so they would actually have to fight fucking NATO at that point. So I'm putting in tags. Trump. I can never fucking, like, fascism is one of those words, like, I've spelled it so fucking much, but, like, every time I look at it, I'm like, is that fucking right? Is there supposed to be a C in fascism? And it's like, yes, there is supposed to be a C in fascism, because it's not fascism. Yeah, like, I like, hopefully fucking 2020 and fucking 2018, like, midterms. Hey, all hell, GM. Oh yeah, like, since that username has come up again, for, like, you've been in the chat for a while. You can be a moderator. Everybody gets moderator. Mainly it's because it's like, look, I know I know you guys aren't gonna fucking post, like, spam links that are gonna fucking fish for people's account information. It's okay. Also, you're not gonna willy nilly fucking just kick people out for fucking being a dick. Well, sorry. I'm poking at my bowl right now with a paper clip to like move shit around. So yeah, fucking like the politics stuff, it is super fucking depressing, and I can understand why like people are so overly fucking cynical about this shit. But I'm like, look, our fucking country survived a civil war. It fucking survived two fucking like great wars. It survived fucking being attacked by its imperial progenitor. Like we've survived a lot of fucking shit. We like Trump. Like, see, like I'll say, it, if Trump is the fucking goddamn thing that finally ruins America, then America would like shouldn't have even been fucking started in the first place. Like, if somebody as fucking incompetent and fucking utterly stupid as fucking Trump can single-handedly bring down a fucking country, like that country shouldn't have even been a fucking country in the first place. Yeah, I pretty much modded everybody in the chat because I'm like, look, if you show up to more than like 2 episodes of Sundays with Napalm or fucking 2 episodes of the Unnamed Friday show, you're a real person. You're not some fucking fishing robot. You can have mods. You know what? I've noticed something. Has anybody else been having problems with non-live stream YouTube videos after the fucking whole thing where, like, was it 2 weeks ago where, like, YouTube completely went down for, like, 2 hours? Like, I've been noticing, like, live streams work perfectly well, but normal non-live stream videos, every so often one of them will just stop fucking loading and then it will just buffer forever. Like, it will never upload, it will never process any more of the video. It'll just be the spinning little circle. Because, like, I haven't noticed that happen with the live streams, but I've noticed it happening with non-live stream videos. So I'm like, is this connected to YouTube going down? Like, did they like put an emphasis on fixing like the live streams over the old video, like the non-live stream videos or something? Because like the problem gets fixed if you just like if you right click on the video and then click like copy URL at current time and then post the link in the fucking top bar. It's fucking annoying, but you can still watch videos that way. Like, I know it's not my internet having hiccups because I haven't had any problems doing any of the live streams. So I was like, is anybody else having these fucking problems? And from the looks in the comments, like, yes, other people have been having these problems. Yeah, like, but you know what the problem is? That username, like, if you like certain videos, if you reload them, they'll just start over again and then they'll freeze at the exact same point. Like with longer videos, like reloading works because YouTube will remember where you are in the longer video. But I think in any video under 20 minutes or something, like maybe like 15. I was thinking about it, there's been videos I've watched where like it's 20 minutes long and then I've stopped watching it. I've come back and it starts. You know, I recently resubscribed to Amendum because he didn't block this channel. He doesn't even fucking know about it yet. So, you know, might start watching Amendum videos again. I'm not going to directly go, I'm not going to go after him just for shits and giggles, but, you know, I kind of fucking miss Gary. I miss the old Stickham days. To be fair, if it was the old Stickham days, I wouldn't be able to fucking do it because I got a very public spank. Then again, I could do it because Amendum would start his Stickhams at midnight, so yeah, I could totally have done it. Yeah, Amendum's like that with a lot of people, Faith. Like, I'll be honest, like after the whole like mine after mine and Gary's falling out, I kind of like lost track of Amendum and all the stuff he's been doing. Like, I know him and I know him and Heidialog. I know him and that guy had a lot of fucking stuff. Hitho Day, yes. 71, yeah, that guy. Yeah, like I know Gary, like, and I know him and Piro had a lot of stuff because Piro used to do a Sunday show as well. I miss fucking Piro's Sunday show. He like that was a fun show to do because like he was like Piro was really fucking laid back and stuff. But like I know like sometime after I stopped talking to Gary, Gary finally pulled the fucking cord on bringing up Piro's dead daughter as a way to hurt Piro, and Piro did not take kindly to that. Which again, Gary fucking said I was a fucking monster for goddamn bringing up his dead sister. But like you'll fucking see in the goddamn Gary Apocalypse videos, I did nothing to fucking amend him that he did to anybody else. That was the whole fucking point of the Gary Apocalypse video series was like, Gary, this is what you do. What I am doing to you right now is exactly what you do to other people. Rob's never gonna fucking come back probably after the Twitter incidents. Yeah, Gary fucking like, and it's like I said in my like Brett Keane video, like even Amendum I don't fucking truly hate because on some level there is something I like about Amendum. I was friends with him for fucking like years until he fucking thought I conspired with fucking Rob to make a fucking video, and then it's like no fucking Gary. And like if you're in like, you know, Gary gave the fucking ultimatum. I told Gary like I would never fucking do. Like all those years in fucking Stickham, I told Gary, it's like I like if you ever fucking make me choose between somebody and you, I'm not gonna choose you. That's gonna be how it happens. Like whatever like that's ever happened in my life when a friend's come up to me and it's like you have to choose between me and this other friend, like I choose the other friend. Now, if it was for it's like, hey Matt, turns out that guy is like a huge Holocaust denier. You shouldn't be friends with him. I'd be like, oh fuck, my bad, my B dog. I didn't know. I never talked about the Holocaust with him. It's kind of like that with me and Gary. Like Gary's like fucking Holocaust denier. I was gonna say technically, but like no, like when you literally go look up the definition of fucking Holocaust denier, like Gary has done elements of that in the past. So I was lining up a cigarette butt because it's half smoked. So I'm like, yeah, I'll finish smoking this one before I get a new one. So yeah, like fucking, but yeah, like I wouldn't like. And to be fair, when Gary did show up on Piro's Hangouts, like I was cordial to him because like it was like basically like I have a rule. I have a rule of thumb that kind of evolved from Gary's Stickham because Brett Keane would often come into Gary's Stickham room and people would be like, Matt, why don't you go after fucking Brett in Gary's room? Like it's a perfect opportunity. I'm like, look, like Gary Stickham is Gary's show. Like it's the Gary show first and foremost. Like I view it as like a watering hole, you know? Like I viewed it as like a watering hole in like on the African savannah. Like everybody goes to the watering hole. You know, the lions, the hippos, the giraffes, the zebras, the fucking everybody goes. Like, the only assholes at a watering hole are the fucking crocodiles, and nobody likes fucking crocodiles. Like, fuck those guys. So, I don't want to be a crocodile, basically, was my whole thing. It's like, look, if I want to go after fucking Brett, there's other fucking means to go after fucking Brett. Like, I don't need to fucking just extend the fucking war into somebody else's fucking room, especially when they don't want to have to deal with the fucking Brett drama. One of our professors was removed from the UOFL due to open debates on Holocaust. Anthony Hall. He is now running a radio show every Friday. I'll make sure to send. And that could be neat. And by neat, I could be like, that could go like a lot of either bad ways or maybe an interesting way. Because I know, like, Holocaust is one of those things where it's like, look, I understand why people get really touchy over it. I really do. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know what, maybe again, it's because I'm fucking American, so I'm like I'm from one of the few countries that it's not against the law to question the Holocaust. So I'm like, hey, what's the problem of at least having these people around to point and laugh at them and be like, they're fucking monsters. Let's laugh at the fucking monster. Look at the monster, everybody. Let's laugh at the monster. Oh, well, I don't know if I have any of the Gary the Joke videos, but I do have all of the Gare Apocalypse videos, and I was like, you know what, that's enough Amendum videos, because holy fuck, I forgot how long that series was. Like, some of those videos would be a lot fucking longer, but, the camera died and some of them. And like, I was in, like, I remember one of them. I think it was is either 3 or 4. I fucking no, it couldn't have been 4, because 4 was 4 has a very special guest. I don't want to spoil anything for people who don't remember, but let's just say everybody will get to see an old YouTube, well, semi-old YouTuber, because they weren't from the super old days like me. I'm an old hand at this website, just old and broken. I'm like that fucking just fat prostitute on like the fucking boulevard in Las Vegas with the pantyhose from like 1940. It's like, hey sailor, you want to ride? $2. I've been a whore since like Fatty Arbuckle fucked me with a Coke bottle. It was great. So, like that's like me when it comes to fucking YouTube. It's like, yeah, like I'm fucking old. I've been here. I've seen fucking shit. I mean, I'm not even the oldest, like, because I came in like 2 years after YouTube first. Because I'll be honest, when I first started doing the first thing I did on YouTube, the first thing was Mystery Science Theater. Like, I was like, oh, I can watch Mystery Science Theater fucking videos on fucking YouTube. That's great. So like, that's pretty much all I used YouTube for. And then I found the Angry Video Game Nerd, and then I found the Amazing Atheist, and then I was like, I could do this. Like, people watch this fat fuck yelling shit. Like, I'm a fat fuck. I have a lot of anger. I have a video camera. I could do this shit. Oh, Aaron Rod's like, he's probably one of the few like old time YouTubers who's had like no scandals, or just, I mean, bad things have happened to him in his personal life, like his granddaughter died. That was super sad and tragic. But like Aaron Rod, like, he's not like Thunderfoot where he just became like, hey, I'm talking about skepticism. Fuck feminism. Like he didn't become like Thunderfoot like that, or he didn't become like all the fucking people who just fucking left, like fucking like ominous voice. Probably maybe through Coughlin's in. Like a lot of people found me through Coughlin. Then again, also I did get on like at least with the edible napalm thing. Like again, this is how fucking goddamn like old I am in terms of being a YouTuber. I remember a fucking time on this site when having 200 subscribers was a fucking big deal. That was like the first fucking major threshold was 200 subscribers. I am kind of fucking so glad like my original channel is down though because fucking I vividly remember my first fucking video and it like just thinking about it makes me fucking cringe because like it hit every hallmark for a bad first fucking YouTube video. Like the camera's out of focus, there's not enough light, fucking I'm barely in the frame because I didn't fucking frame the camera right. Like I like I'm super fucking nervous. Like I'm not talking like how I am like now. Like I've become more fucking open. Like you know showing how the sausage is made. Like me as Napalm. Like you know YouTube's helped bring out like more of this fucking forcefulness. But like when I first fucking started, like my first video was like hi everybody, my name's Edible Napalm. I'm a guy. I like booze. I like drugs. You know, fun times. Maybe you should watch me. I think I also said at one point in the video I was a libertarian because I think at that point in my life I was a libertarian, which just like makes my skin crawl with having to fucking deal with like a lot of libertarians. Because you know, to be fair, there are some good libertarians on you. There are some like decent fucking libertarian folks. You know, like Seat Cobra Jones. You had me at Hayek. Like, go check him out. He's great. Like, he's not a fucking just heartless fucking shithead. But oh man, being on YouTube, that really beat the fucking libertarian out of me. But yeah, fucking you know who I wonder? Like I don't like. You know who I wonder if they still remember me is ContraPoints. I wonder if ContraPoints remembers I was the guy who called him deliciously androgynous first. I was the first person to be like, you know what? It doesn't matter how you cut it sexually. Nicotine 2, that was his name back. That was ContraPoint's name back in the day, Nicotine 2. Nicotine 2, deliciously androgynous. Maybe like again, like I had a lot of fucking channels and ContraPoints, Nicotine 2 were one of the many people I lost fucking touch with because, you know, fucking it's hard to keep fucking in touch with people when your accounts are going left down, left, right, and center. Shit, you know what? Thank you, Faith. That reminds me. I have not subscribed to fucking Great Text. I've not fucking resubscribed to Great Text on this channel. It's kind of well, you know what? I shouldn't say it's weird. Like, you know, for people who don't know, Grey Tex is a woman now. Or like Grey Tex was always a woman, but Grey Tex is openly a woman now. I'm not good with like terminology and stuff, so like I'm gonna probably step on toes, but like, yeah, like that happened. And I'm happy for Grey Tex. Because from what I was seeing on my last channel with Grey Tex seems to be a lot happier now. So I'm like, good on you, Great Tex. Do I have one last cigarette? So we're technically over in terms of fucking time, but like we're having a good time. Like this is a fun day. Yeah, like fucking like, I just try to respect like what people like. It's like, look, this is what I identify with, and I'm like, you know what, that's cool. I'm not gonna be a cunt about it. I'm not gonna misgender you. Unless like you misgender people, like, and I get into a fight with you, because like I'm one of those people who's like, turnabout's fair play. Like that's my whole fucking like that was my whole ponage philosophy in a fucking nutshell. When you get down to it, was just like, look, whatever dirty tricks you do against people, I'll fucking do them better. Like, again, look at what I did with fucking Brett. I played every fucking game Brett fucking did, but I like, unlike Brett, I had the fucking balls to admit publicly I was gonna flag down his fucking channel, and no, and everybody was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck Brett. Why aren't we flagging his fucking channels? Why are we taking the high ground with Brett fucking King? Found a cigarette. Yeah, more. And like, to be fair, I'm also one of those people who also recognizes that this is not really a good tactic and you really shouldn't fucking do this. The problem is I'm a very lazy, undisciplined person. So, I don't really like, I try to make myself fucking better, but there are certain things where it's like, you know what? Do I really have to fucking have more empathy for people like Brett Keane? Fuck that. I don't want to be a bigger fucking man than Brett Keane. Like, I never want to be, I always want to be on the fucking level of Brett Keane, just so nobody can ever accuse me of fucking punching down at that motherfucker. Because I've been punching that motherfucker since the start. Well, not really. Like, if you see my history of Brett Keane video, I came later, and at first, I was like, what's the worst that Brett could do? And like, fucking God, I wish I could go back to young fucking YouTube me and just be like, no, fucking, you should not fucking champion for fucking Brett. Scarce identifies as male. Scarce just likes women's clothing. Scarce identifies as gay male. I don't know if he's drag queen, but he does like, and I get it. Like, look, women have like really fucking comfy clothes and shit. Like, they got a lot of nice soft fabrics and shit. Like, men's clothing like is more just utilitarian. It's like, here's something to cover your fucking dick and torso. Like, here you go. Like, women's clothing, it's like, here's some really soft fabric that feels like a cloud. Plus, you know what? Like, a dress in summer, it would just be good. You know? Like, you got that fucking nice breeze going up your legs. You got some, like, everything can breathe. Probably what happened like half of my channels. Oh no, wait, or DevShell, were you always Dev? I think DevShell was always DevShell too, thinking about it. Or if you did lose DevShell, like the original DevShell, you lost it so fucking early, I don't even remember. Like, I'm not saying like, dresses all the time, like, winter, like that sucks. Cause then like the benefits of the fucking dress are like the downfalls. It's like your legs are gonna get way too fucking chilly and cold. Oh my God! Going back to weird amendum stories, like fucking Dev Shell can fucking tell one when he drove. Oh my God! It's Chris to fucking meet with him. That was like, that was weird. I remember too, Gary made a fucking video about how much of an asshole you were because you wouldn't take his Coke. And you just stayed in the car the entire time. And it's like, yeah, Dev Shell was gonna, like, Chris wanted to fucking meet you. Like, Dev Shell didn't. Plus, Gary, like, we've seen pictures of your fucking house. Like, yeah, I want to go in there. Although, you know what? I think I do remember too, Dev Shell, Gary did make a point that you bummed a cigarette off of him. Like, he's like, I gave him a cigarette. Then again, thinking about all the fucking lawsuits Gary's had about fucking cigarettes over the years and how, like, the whole fucking argument over fucking cigarettes is what ultimately led to fucking my downfall. Downfall. My falling out with fucking Amendum. Like, maybe, yeah, like, Gary basically giving you a cigarette, Dev Show, was him, like, giving you one of his children. And you didn't take his fucking soda. You're a monster, Dev Shell. You know what I wanted to do? You know what I wanted to do? But Skeptical Heretic talked me out of this because I would have been given money to a Klansman. That's how I'm going to preface this. So I found a guy who will make you a custom Klan suit, like to your measurements and stuff. So I was like, oh my God, I want to send Gary a Klansman outfit because you fucking know, he would make a video about it and it would be the greatest fucking Amendum video ever fucking Amendumed. Like, it would be just fucking mind blowing to see him be like, somebody sent me a fucking Klan outfit. What is this bullshit? God, like, but like again, the problem was I would have had to given $200 to a Klansman, so there's that. And then somebody was like, "Why don't you make your own fucking like Klansman outfit and send it to Gary?" It's like that. Fuck that. I'm an American. I want somebody to do the hard work for me. I want to do the easiest part of the job, sending it to Gary. Oh man, Faith, I'm sorry. Yeah, drinking can be like, that's why I had to stop because I was using it as an emotional bandage for like when William Carno died and then when Rise died of alcohol. Oh my God, that fucking still haunts me to this fucking day because I don't know if I've talked about this on a video, but if people don't remember, there's a YouTuber by the name of Rise One, and he was a good guy. He made videos, but he wasn't too much on the video making story. Like, he wasn't too much on making videos and stuff. Like, but Rise had like a drinking problem, and one day in Skype, like he just randomly calls the Skype room and he's just babbling incoherently, and I get on the call, and I think schizophrenic Queenie also got on the call, and we're just like, "Oh, Rise is drunk, ha ha ha," like, ah ha ha. The next day, we found out he died of alcohol poisoning, and basically that was like that was like during him dying. was that Skype call. And holy shit. I legitimately just didn't get on the computer for 2 weeks and did nothing but drink. Like it was fucking horrible. And like that's when, you know, the story, like I talk about, like the thing that ultimately led me to quitting drinking alcohol was me sucking that fucking moonshine out of the fucking carpet. That was because I was drinking to fucking try to dull the pain of Rise dying. And yeah, like it's that like fucking because like because Rise's girlfriend at the time, DM Annie, like she did a good job of like consoling me because she was basically like, look, at that point with how drunk Rise was and how like much of his brain was shutting down, like he like there was nothing you could do. Like even if you had known he was in the midst of alcohol poisoning, he was too far gone at that point for you to have helped. So yeah, fuck shit. The fun thing to end the show on. Um, yeah, exactly, Monsor. You don't drink the moonshine for the taste. You drink the moonshine for the alcohol. I really truly do miss Rise and Carno to this day. Like they were really fucking good, genuine people, and the world is a deeply shittier fucking place without them. No, no, all hell, it's not. Look, look, look. Everybody, I'm going to say this right now. You get all your fucking baby dinosaur jokes out of your system right now. You get them all. I don't know why I'm going fucking like Boston or Bronx. I don't know why I'm going that. But y'all get that shit out of your system because the fucking real shit's coming tomorrow, man. The real shit. Let's just say a certain fucking game from my past goes under a lot of different fucking names on a lot of different systems. I am legitimately going to be stuck playing this fucking game forever. Yeah, I kind of like I've lost touch. I lost touch with like William's family and like I think I only talked to like I think I might have talked to the mom once, maybe. That was so fucking long ago. No, Monsor, not off rip off or off brand. Not that. Legit. Oh, I'm so like it's legitimately like the game. I'm like, it's like, look, I know I'm gonna end up making 5 more of these. So like tomorrow, like unlike last week, I'm gonna definitively try because it's supposed to be fucking rainy all of this week, so I'm gonna be stuck indoors anyway. So you know, fuck it. I'm gonna spend a lot of fucking time. I'm gonna spend a lot of time making game videos, and I'm already gonna fucking stupidly fucking make 5 more episodes of fucking of it. Oh, that's nice. Like, too bad I don't have Facebook. Because I would like that's a legitimate nice thing on Facebook that I'm like, yeah, that's really good. Ugh. Like now I'm doubly sad because I talked about like 2 of my friends who I was really close to dying under horrible circumstances, and now I'm thinking about a fucking certain goddamn game I'm gonna have to play. Great. These are a lot of fucking feelings I'm gonna have to work out in D&D tonight. Oh yeah, speaking of, D&D is gonna be tonight. I'm sorry I took a really long pause there. I was taking a long drag on the cigarette. My B dogs. My B. You know what? You know what, Zen? You know what, Zen? A certain fucking Trump voter and Lamia lover is fucking trying to figure out a way to make a ROM hack of a certain game I'm not gonna mention until fucking tomorrow, and fucking goddamn, because I don't want to start that shit preemptively. I'm gonna see enough of the fucking goddamn comments as soon as that video gets fucking posted. I don't need to see it fucking today. Like, nobody loves Baby T-Rex. Like, let's be honest here. Like, Baby T-Rex is just, ugh. Like, fucking Adam DeBaster had the best comment on that series. It wasn't even fun to watch me fucking torture myself with it. Like, it's just fucking repetitive and shit. Like, there was no fucking care put into that game whatsoever. Like, nobody gave a shit. Like, Adventurers of Star Saver, I can legitimately say somebody probably tried to make a good game, but limitations of the Game Boy, it was a new system. They didn't know how to do some things right. So, it got botched. Baby T-Rex is fucking shit. And I'm legit never fucking playing it again. That one is dead to me. No, we did not play. You know what? It was lucky we didn't play last week because of like the technical issues that happened late last Sunday. You know what, Neurotic Grunt? That's basically Star Saver. Like, it was fun watching the first level. It was also fun playing the first level, and then after that, it was just like, this is it. This is shit. I liked the Gek games. They weren't great, but they weren't shit. They were fine. No, thinking about it, Gek 3 was real fucking really all I'm thinking about it, I'm just thinking about Gek 2, the first one on the PlayStation. That was a fun 3D platformer. Oh, well, you're welcome. All like D&D is a lot of fun. Like, people get intimidated by it because they think like, oh, I have to speak an old English talk, and there's a lot of numbers and shit. But it's like, nah, you could just fuck around. Like, seriously, look at my two fucking characters in the two games I put up. And yeah, I do role playing, but I don't do all the voice stuff. Like, partially because I'm not good at doing like other voices and shit, but like mainly because it's like, I'm lazy, and I'll end up forgetting what voice I'm doing. So fuck it. I'm just gonna do my own voice. But yeah, like, for example, Elijah and Dobu, like, they have similarities because I'm playing both fucking characters, but both of them are very different characters. Like, Elijah Elijah is a fucking is a twisted heart, like, terrible person, but he's a twisted terrible person that like you can kind of relate to because you can sense there's some kind of tragedy there, like with Elijah, that made him the way he is. Also, Elijah isn't also technically evil. Dobu, on the other hand, is just a completely unrepentable fucking shitbag who would legitimately sell out anyone to save his own fucking ass. Well, you gotta thank Great Pirate Solomon ultimately for making me remember that Starbound existed. Because I was like, because I don't know, like for anybody else who played Starbound, like throughout its various phases of existence, but right after it went out of early access and became like, you know, and I don't want to, like, I don't know how to put it, like basically once it became commercially available, there's like a lot of serious lag issues. I don't know if it was for anybody else, but like Starbound was basically almost unplayable for me when it first came out of early access because of some of the optimization issues. But they've really seemed to like fix that shit. No Faith, like I was worried. I was worried at the fucking start. I was like, am I just gonna talk about like dinosaur fossils? Which, you know, is interesting. Don't get me wrong. Like Faith linked a very interesting article on the baby T-Rex cover story video. But like, yeah, I've run the gamut of emotions and fucking like topics. Like, this is like a great show. Yeah, like the apex bases, which really fucking pissed me off because I like repurposing a lot of the apex bases as fucking colonies and shit because I just like how the apex bases are laid out and stuff. They're very easy to kind of retrofit into colonies. Also, too, a lot of apex like military bases and stuff are on a lot of high threat planets, so you could get some. That's how I played D&D. I was a character who was based off of Alex Jones, and I spent half the game playing as a crazy. That sounds really fun. Like if you were doing Pathfinder, you like if you do Alex Jones in the future and you play Pathfinder, go a Demagogue Bard because it's what it says on the Tim. They're a demagogue. They can basically convince people to you can like as a demagogue you can convince people to attack other people. It's great. You can incite mobs. I I am going to play Stardew Valley, and again I have not forgotten about the Twitter poll. Stardew Valley was the one that got the least number of votes in that. Like all of like for those of you who didn't know about the Twitter poll, I put up a poll on Twitter being like, what should be the first Steam series I do on my channel, and the options were um, Crusader King 2, RimWorld, Genocide Run because I've never played a Genocide Run of Undertale ever. So, you know, that'll be fun watching me fucking cry about killing fucking pixelated dogs. And then Stardew Valley was the fourth one. And Stardew Valley actually got the least amount of votes, which kind of surprised me. I thought RimWorld was going to get the least amount of votes, but RimWorld actually got the second. I'm glad I helped. I made your day happy, Faith. I'm gonna Monster. I'm gonna play Poland. I'm gonna play Poland because like my Polish friend Agata was really wanting me to spearhead fucking what I don't know what age yet though, because part of me is like I kind of want to start as early as possible, like in the time of Charlemagne and stuff, but like the big problem with that is Poland starts off pagan, and I don't think you can become a Satanist when you're pagan. I I I don't remember. I think I think you have to be a member of the Abrahamic faiths to become a member of Lucifer's Own. Oh yeah, this was great. Like Faith, like that. There's a reason why I'm like, you know what? Technically, this is like 30 minutes now over time, But like, I'm like, hey, fuck it. Like, we're having fun. Plus, I was thinking about ending it, and then the whole like sad talk started. And I was like, you know what? I want to kind of push that as far away from the ending as possible because don't want to end on a down note. That'd be like weird. I'm talking about Crusader Kings 2 more, Algo. Basically, in the latest expansion for it, Mystics and Monks. Yeah, Mystics and Monks. They introduce a bunch of holy orders and stuff you can be a member of, and one of them is Lucifer's Own. You can become a Satanist, and you get Satan powers because Crusader Kings 2 is set into. Well, the default for Crusader Kings 2 is a slightly magical kind of Games of Thrones-esque version of our reality. You can turn off the supernatural events, though. We need to, yeah, we do need to try change. I actually did successfully make the entire College of Cardinals in one playthrough Satanist. That was fun. So the first Irish Pope was also a Satanist. So that was neat. Best part too, he was the fucking head of Lucifer's Own. So the leader of Lucifer's Own was also the fuck. Because here's a weird thing. If you're playing Crusader Kings 2, here's a weird little fluke you can use to your advantage if you want to rise quickly in the ranks of Lucifer's Own. The head of Lucifer's Own in the Age of Charlemagne always starts off as the Bishop of Ireland. Like he's always one of the random bishops of Ireland. So like if you start fucking taking out those motherfuckers even before you're in Lucifer's Own, like you can go ahead and like, chop that, get yourself a little closer to that coveted fucking, head position. A lot of people have been recommended Chapo's house trap house to me recently. Like I'm gonna have to check it out. Like I've kind of gone off on listening to podcasts. Like there was a time where there was like nothing. I would do nothing but listen to podcasts. But like I'll give it a shot. So yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think sadly though, I'm gonna end this here because I got D&D in like an hour or 30 minutes probably. I need to fucking do some stuff before then. So thank you all for coming out. Like if this was a great Sunday, you know what? After this Sunday, maybe Sundays with Napalm become 90 minutes like the Friday show because this like proved to me that I can do 90 minutes on my fucking own. That was the only reason fucking Sundays with Napalm was an hour to begin with, was because it's like I don't know if I can do like more than an hour with just like fucking man, I kind of miss Opie and Anthony. Like I loved Opie and Anthony. And then like I kind of lost my subscription to XM Radio, and then I fell off, and then like Patrice O'Neill died, and then Anthony kind of went off the deep end. So yeah, like wait, I'm gonna start talking about Opie and Anthony. So yeah, everybody, if please check out the D&D game. I'm probably gonna end up making like a little video shouting it out. You can check it out on Insavier's channel. He was here in the chat earlier somewhere. There he is, Insavier. He's right up there. He said hour. So yeah, check him out. There's going to be D&D over there. Opie might have gotten fired because there's like some shit with like him and Jim Norton had a huge falling out recently. Because that like piqued my interest in like Opie and Anthony again. Although, if I'm being completely honest, at a certain point during my XM listenership, I became much more of a Ron and Fez guy because Ron Bennington is just like he's just so fucking great. Like it's fucking indescribable. And like listening to some of that fucking stuff when like Fez was having his nervous breakdown, and you could literally chart like Ron, like at the start he legitimately gave a fuck about Fez, and then he stopped giving a fuck because it turned like Fez was just having like Fez realized he could use fucking all of his nervous breakdowns and heart attacks to get attention, so he started faking that shit. Although, too, all hail, from what I remember with Opie, was it that he got fired, or was it because of his contract stunts? Like, did it finally blow up in his face and his contract ran out, and XM was like, yeah, we're not going to renew your contract this time? Because that was the big reason why him and Jim Norton had their big falling out, from what I remember, because Jim Norton was like, hey, I don't like having to worry every 5 years about fucking my contract maybe not getting renewed. I want to sign a longer term deal with XM. Like, XM is willing to sign me to a longer term deal. I want to take that. Oh, he got fired for Phil. Okay, he got fired for filming somebody in the bathroom. That's weird. God, what is it with Opie and Anthony getting in trouble when it comes to cameras? They just need to stay away from. Anyways, I'm out. I got an hour till D&D. See you guys on the flip side. Upside down, right side up, something. I don't know. I was trying to come up with something clever to end the show. I fucking failed. Bye.